Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly for pricing. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing one of the most unconventional and offbeat Audemars Piguet launches of the last decade. Launched in 500 pieces for 2020, this is the Audemars Piguet Master01 Chronograph, a tribute to the 1940s reference 1533, of which only 9 were made, 3 in two-tone metal. This is a modern 40mm steel and rose gold watch that captures the spirit of the 1940s with modern fit-finish materials and engineering. The watch is bigger. The original was 36.5. This is 40. It is 14.7 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip. 47 millimeters is the span, and then it is 20 millimeters between the lugs. A nice, versatile, modern size that'll give you many aftermarket and OEM options. Now, on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see it is not a thin watch, nor is it excessively thick. It has a domed, bubble-like sapphire, and it is a sapphire, and a sloped case flank that will allow it to slide underneath most sleeves, including just about all dress jacket cuffs. Now, the watch includes a vintage-style calfskin strap. We'll get a little bit closer and look at that in detail. Minimally tanned, it features a lot of the marks of the original animal hide, and it's a nice warm color that complements the dial well. There's a contrasting stitch, a little bit of bolstering to give it some thickness. You have a sheer cut side showing the layers of leather, and then a gray calfskin on the bottom, and you can see this is a brand new, uncrimped, ungouged Audemars Piguet factory strap. We also have, again, correct to the period ambiance, a pin buckle here that is Audemars Piguet branded, and it is made of stainless steel. The watch features 2 different metals, rose gold and steel, for a handsome contrast, and again, only 3 of the originals would have featured a steel gold tandem, but the fact that it does exist lends a historical legitimacy to this watch. The timepiece features lovely extended oval profile chronograph pushers, an unbranded period-correct crown with a sharp knurling and rather a shallow cross-section when viewed from the top. Again, we have a sapphire crystal. The original would have been plexiglass. The dial with a lovely radial satin grain, a sunburst, and a handsome golden tone that radiates warmth, reflects it right back at you. You could see that the hands are polished and matching in rose gold. They have a wonderful loft over their top, a quality you would expect 3-dimensional hands from low-level craft watch brands. You can also see that the chronograph counters feature blued hands for chronograph minutes, hours, and seconds. The watch does have a flyback chronograph functionality. Take a quick look and you can see that rather than a conventional sunburst, what we have is a top-to-bottom satination. So it's almost like stainless steel hanging like a curtain, brushed from top to bottom, minimally calibrated. You can see that the Arabic numerals that are used are very minimalist, functional, and austere. All of the registers are sunken to create another focal plane, and if you look carefully, you can see that the inner faces of the register wells are actually polished. The dial features that vintage logo and then a tachymeter outboard calibrated to 1,000 units, so you can gauge the speed of things moving very, very fast. So the chronograph with the tachymeter will allow you to gauge speed. And again, it is a flyback chronograph, reset and restart with a single trigger. The watch has modern features because it does have a modern movement, such as hacking or stop seconds, and though an automatic watch, it is a pleasure to wind with a nice refined action. Column wheel pusher feel is excellent. The column wheel is the selector system for cycling. It's effectively the function cycler for the chronograph. Very sharp, very positive, and because it's a vertical clutch, there's no jump or stagger to the seconds hand when you start the watch. Also, because of the vertical clutch, you can leave the chronograph running full-time without any hazard. 40-jewel automatic movement, as you can see, a multiply finished rotor featuring a combination of beveling on the side, a sunburst pattern from the center, and then there's a lovely pyramide that has been cut into the outer rim. It pivots on ceramic ball bearings for greater efficiency and minimal maintenance. You can actually see the column wheel visible, and the watch features a vertical clutch, which is difficult to see. There's not much to see with the vertical clutch. It's a modern system, but it's not necessarily a very visible system. Now, the watch includes a full balance bridge with a free-sprung balance for toughness and precise setting. The watch is more shock tolerant because of that balance and balance bridge architecture. It beats sway at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It is a all-new modern architecture, and the movement is quite large, being 32 millimeters in diameter. Well does it fill this case back, and all of this 30 meters water resistant because it is a dress watch. AP makes its own cases and its movements, so this is a full manufacturer product. The movement is a combination of hand finishing and manual finishing, much like what you'll find on an FP Journe, and that's probably the closest exemplar and comparable in terms of how the watch is actually finished. There's satination, beveling, black polishing, engine turning, and also Côte de Genève. So it is a good-looking movement and an even better-looking watch. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this Audemars Piguet Master01 Chronograph.